We're at the jam-packed Barclays Center in Brooklyn. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Here in Brooklyn, we have an interconference matchup with the Nets looking to create some cheers for their home crowd. Clark, we know both these teams coming in looking to get a desperately needed win. Just how much do recent struggles on both sides weigh on them right now?
Well, you know what, Kevin? I think they do weigh on them, but if you're going to break out of your struggles, then you've got to be in the moment. And you've got to lock into the present and not worry about what's happened in the past. Embrace the moment and the opportunity to change the tide. And you've got to stay consistent and not let a few bad breaks in the game or bad bounces distract you from your mission.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So for the Lakers right now, ball runs point with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope to his side. They're the backcourt. Randall is the 4 with Lopez in the middle. And it's Ingram in at the 3. Brooklyn shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Two shots.
The first one falls.
And over the course of the Nets franchise history, some interesting decisions. I mean, back in the 90s, they came very close to changing the team name to the Swamp Dragons. I think I'm just going to leave that one right there.
Mozgov hits them both. So, Greg, how close were the Nets to being the Swamp Dragons anyway?
Well, it needed a unanimous vote of all the teams to change it, but there was one vote against it. The Nets themselves voted against the change, and they had 7 owners who rotated voting duties, and the one on deck got cold feet.
Deep 2 from Carroll, and the jumper is on the mark.
Really, it's a thing of beauty to watch Hollis Jefferson move the ball like that. I mean, he's a team-oriented guy who looks to make the pass as much as possible.
Now here's Caldwell-Pope. Banked in off the glass. Caldwell-Pope's got his first points of the night. The Lakers on D. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. And here's Carroll. Passes to Russell. Screened by Russell. Carroll kicks to Russell. The pass to Hollis Jefferson. And that one drops for him.
You never pass for the sake of passing. You wait until the defense commits. Russell does that, finds the open man nicely.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. Here's Ball. Offline with his three. Brooklyn with the ball. Crabbe, that's for two. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Hollis Jefferson's got his second basket.
One of the things you love about Hollis Jefferson is his activity. I mean, he impacts the game really without having plays called for him.
Jacks up a three. Ball with the bucket. Russell. That one misses. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Nets lead by one. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Just very aggressive on the offensive side of the ball, attacking the rim in this first quarter. A lot of trips to the free throw line.
Taking full advantage of playing at home, and the fans have really helped them here.
Nets on defense. Down low, it's Booker and Mozgov. LeVert out there with Jeremy Lin. And it's Harris in at the small forward position. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Nance a screen. Dang dishes to Caldwell Pope. Shot clock at 6. High arcing shot, and he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up. And the Lakers breathe a sigh of relief this summer, retaining their lottery pick that had a greater than 50-50 chance of falling to the 76ers.
And you know what, Kevin? That's a huge boost for the franchise, drafting Lonzo Ball. They kept their pick, but that means they will lose their 2018 pick. No upside to losing games this season. They're going all in.
And one of the more surprising moves this past offseason was when the Pistons let KCP go. Two sides couldn't see eye to eye on a contract, and eventually they let him be an unrestricted free agent.
Now here is Harris. Mozgov passes to Harris. Kicks it to Lin. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. No good with the triple. And Greg, Caldwell Pope ultimately ends up on the Los Angeles Lakers. Strange to see such a talented player get renounced by his old team, the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah, you just don't see that very often. And after the Bradley trade, the Pistons seemed ready to move on. Lucky for the Lakers to pick up a player like Caldwell Pope so late in free agency.
Zubac kicks to Clarkson. Nance outside. Caldwell Pope with a screen for Nance. The feed now to Dang. And what was that about? Not a good shot right there. Brooklyn trailing. Stolen by Clarkson. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Lin with the steal. We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. 5 to shoot from 10 feet out, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Lin's got his first 2 points.
Just wonderful form on the J from Lin, dropping it in the face of the D.
And the 3 ball is good. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Los Angeles on top, up 3. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within shouting distance the entire time. They battled hard in the second quarter, and it was reflected on the scoreboard. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, it's always a little bit of a challenge playing on the road, but they came in mentally prepared and physically prepared. The energy in the arena was fierce, but they didn't cave in.
And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
Scoring in the paint, that's an area where they can improve. With the defense sagging in, they settle for a lot of jump shots in the first half. Coming out of the break, I think it'll be better running off pick and rolls, hitting cutters, moving toward the hoop, that old Boston Celtics style basketball.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
Welcome back as we get a beautiful aerial view of the Williamsburg Bridge connecting Manhattan and Brooklyn. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope really making a difference here.
And when everyone's keying on you, you have a choice. Become passive or just work that much harder. He consistently chooses the latter.
And, you know, Greg, that's the kind of effort you see from great players. I mean, the will, just unrelenting will, not backing down.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first two quarters. Los Angeles leading by 3. And the Lakers, Greg, for a long time could rely on the lure of Los Angeles to draw top free agents. History does a lot, it seems.
Yeah, Paul George listing them on his short list shows they still have that pull, but the Lakers will be big players in free agency, I believe, in the near future.
Taking a look at the Lakers. Caldwell-Pope is the 2 with Ingram playing small forward. Randle is the 4 with Lopez in the middle. And it's Ball in at the point guard. Brooklyn with the ball. After the miss from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Kept alive. Mozgov gets the bucket and the foul. That's on Brook Lopez.
Love the hard-nosed attitude of Mozgov. Earns himself a bucket, plus the trip to the line.
The Nets have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. That's good from Mozgov.
And the Nets' decision to go all in for a title, much scrutinized, and rightly so. I mean, you've got to respect the financial commitment. And at the time, an NBA record for payroll didn't quite pan out the way they hoped.
Now here's Caldwell-Pope. 5 points in the game. Pocket 6. Over Crabbe. Another miss by Caldwell-Pope.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That's what I call an everything but. Good execution, just didn't knock it down. But you're right, they're happy with that shot.
He came off the screen and finished with authority.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
The Lakers with the ball. After the basket by Brooklyn, Ingram kicks to Lopez. Ingram with the steal. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Randle dishes to Lopez. Caldwell-Pope with it. Lopez a screen. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Ball. Keeps it alive. Great positioning on the putback.
Really getting after it. Randle beating up that offensive glass.
Russell. That shot, no good. Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. We've got Jeremy Lin. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Trevor Booker. Then it's Alan Crabb, and it's Kilpatrick in at the 2 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
Boy, Willin is not only smooth, but he's crafty at getting contact. A physical player who really works to get himself to the line.
Good on the first, and that gives them the lead.
And Jeremy Lin, I think has a great reputation. He's a confident guy who provides energy at both guard spots.
And Brooklyn making a change here. LeVert's checked in. So he gets them both, and it's a 2-point ball game.
And that's how you do it. Free throws can make a huge difference in a tight game.
There's the pick.
It's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Ball kicks to Clarkson. He feeds it to Ball. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From the arc. And the foul on Larry Nance Jr. That's his first foul. And here are the Nets. The lead is 2. Here's Lin. Yes! And the foul. Lonzo Ball picks one up.
Like how Lin scores through contact. He's really stronger than he appears. Incredible strength on display there.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Nets?
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in transition. And he caps that off in style. He gets the finish with the harm. Huge possession there to extend the lead.
Now, here's Clarkson. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Man, I like Ball's fantastic body control there. Really hard to knock him off balance. He's really quite good at converting shots through contact for such a young player.
Good from Ball.
Yeah, big play on the front end to finish, despite getting hacked there, and big on the back end to hit the free throw.
Lin kicks to Booker. And the rejection by Zubac. To the paint. Ball, the pass to Clarkson. And it's Zubac atop the key. Nance dishes the ball. Another shot. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Good utilization of his height and speed to get to the line that time. Ball showing you he's got the savvy to draw contact.
The first, and that narrows the gap to 1.
You look at Ball's size and speed and confidence, very impressive. An exciting prospect who I think has an all-star future.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Brook Lopez is checked in for Zubac. Randall comes in for Larry Nance. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Jordan Clarkson. He hits both from the stripe. Timeout called the Nets. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Lonzo Ball.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to catch Kenny Atkinson's message to his team, and he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed, guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Now Caldwell-Pope after D'Angelo Russell's three-pointer that didn't go. To take the lead, and the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
And this atmosphere is bananas.
Electric in here. I mean, that was a tremendous shot. This crowd all over, turned up.
Michael Lang. One shot.
And the free throw, no good.
It looks like he was a little tight on the line that time. Could have and should have closed it out.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They trail by 2. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Still within reach.
But they have to be really close to perfect from here on out. I mean, they have to get their offense right on target, right on point immediately.
Crabbe kicks to Russell. Picked by Mozgov to stop the run. And so it's the Lakers who come out on top here. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Kevin. With Julius Randle. And Julius, you get it done at multiple ends. Where has your focus been in terms of approach?
Just taking what the defense gives me. I'm a lot more patient, let the game come to me. Don't really try to force things as much. Sometimes I get out of character, but just try my hardest to let the game come to me the most.
Well, you were a big part of the win tonight, Julius. Thanks for your time. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.